You son of you had it when I was doing like a Fortnite thing.
Sorry.
Why would- Yeah, I know, but I understand that we have to be on schedule, but in about a week or so, I'll be on vacation, which means no podcast for a while.
I know. Wasn't gonna bug you during your week off anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, I was originally planning to do this in what I was cosplaying as today, but I had this laundry call.
Mm-hmm.
I cosplayed as the nerd today.
It's a month-long tournament.
Let's run this card down. Tonight, the MegaMets will run it down with the best of Super Juniors 31. This year's participants are, you want to do the A block as a compensation?
I can't even read much of these because all I see, according on my end, is that it's showing the matches, but I don't understand.
Go up to the top, top of the
Yeah,
article.
Nothing.
Let me get the article. I'll put it up.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I can't see it.
Here.
Thanks to that, I can't even see the matches. So many matches, so many fights. 10 matches on both blocks. I can't even see much of it for whatever reason. All it just shows is a poster. Take the wins, take the win. And then at night one at Yoshinobu Chiba, it then shows that it doesn't show much else. It's just like a poster shot.
Well, here's who's in it. A block, you've got El Desperado, Kevin Knight, Bushi, Teton, TJP, Kosei Fujita, Blake Christian, Clark Connors, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and from Pro Wrestling Noah, the GHC National Champion, HAYATA.
Now I got it. I know I got the best of the Super Journey 1 from the Yohas area in Hano. Up first in the B block match. They all are 30-minute matches.
Well, on B block, we have Kushida, Hiromu Takahashi, DOUKI, Francesco Akira, Robbie Eagles, Taiji Ishimori, Drilla Moloney, IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion Show, Dragon Dia, and former GHC Hardcore Champion, as he recently lost the belt this morning in Ryogoku, Ninja Mac. What the heck are Kushida and Dragon Dia doing in here? Kushida being the alternate for Yo due to that dislocated shoulder he suffered last month, and Dragon Dia from the Dragon Gate promotion, alternate for Ryusuke Taguchi, who's out due to multiple injuries from a cycling accident where he had to swerve off the bike path to avoid hitting a dog.
My God. And this event and the best of Super 31 is going to last all the way till June.
Yeah, strange twist this year is that the finals of the tournament will happen at Dominion instead of the winner getting the title shot at the event.
Yeah. The one I got, the card is different. I looked up at schedule and it said LEC presents. That's the.
There was a match missing. There was a match missing on that one.
I see.
We open up with Francesco Akira against the debuting Dragon Dia.
This is a tough one. I'll have to go with the Dragon.
You give the debutante the win? I can see that. And it would be the same case with our second match in the A block, Bushi against HAYATA. I'm giving it to HAYATA. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree.
Ninja Mac against Robbie Eagles. It's high flying against a ground attack.
Yep.
I'm gonna give it to Mac, I guess.
Hmm.
Who are you giving it to?
I'd probably give it to Mac. Ninja Mac.
Now we get to the match where unfortunately a debutante has to lose. Koesi Fujita against Yoshinobu Kanemaru. I'm giving it to Kanemaru.
Give it to Kanemaru.
This next one's up in the air. Drilla Moloney against fucking Show. Don't get me wrong, folks. I hate both parts of Bullet Club, War Dogs, and House of Torture. But anyone who's been on here knows I hate the House of Torture 10 times more than I hate the War Dogs. Drilla, do me a favor. Rip Show in half with a gore! Gore! Gore!
Oh, boy.
And then spike his ass with a Drilla killer. I'm giving it to Moloney.
Yeah, well.
In match 6 on this night, from Chiba, Blake Christian, who, while he may be representing Ring of Honor, he also represents AEW and by proxy his main promotion, where he's the world champion, Game Changer Wrestling, takes on the other half of the IWGP Junior Tag Champions, Clark Connors.
Yep.
Will we see why he's called All Heart, or will Connors spike him with a no chaser?
It's time for the spike.
You taking Connors?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go All Heart on this.
Fair enough.
DOUKI versus Taiji Ishimori. I'm going to be blunt. If it weren't for the fact that Sonata ended up getting sick, DOUKI might have won the junior title in Kagoshima this past Monday. But alas, Sonata ended up getting sick, and that left the door open for Narita to clock him in the face with a push-up bar and allow Sho to keep the title. And he's never beaten Bone Soldier. For that reason, I'm going to play it safe and go Ishimori. Where do you stand on this one, partner?
DOUKI versus Taiji Ishimori. I'm going with the DOUKI.
Okay. The Jet Kevin Knight against TJP in what I'm almost positive will be TJ's final Best of the Super Juniors before he moves to the heavyweight. Again, like Robbie versus Mac, this is high-flying speed against technical precision. But you gotta wonder if TJ will let the darker part of his character, the Ozwong, loose. Against someone like Kevin, I don't think so. But that said, I am taking TJ.
I'll take me, Kevin.
Kushida versus Hiromu. I mean, Hiromu has had Kushida's number for years, and given the fact that Kushida is an alternate this time around and not a main call-up, I'm not sure if he's going to go far. That said, Hiromu's been in a tailspin since dropping the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title back at Wrestle Kingdom the Despy. But even then, you got to wonder, does Hiromu have what it takes to beat his old rival? Because he's basically said unless the junior title is made the main event of a show, he's not challenging for it. And Hiromu is actually my go-to pick to win this tournament, so I'm going to go Takahashi.
I'll probably go Kushida.
And finally, a rematch from last year's BOSJ semis, Eton against El Desperado. I say we give Despy his win back.
I agree.
Night 2, Cork and Hall. Kevin Knight against Blake Christian.
It's going to have to go to Blake.
I agree. Francesco Akira against Ninja Mac. I say burn. Bruchade. Akira wins.
Yep.
Hayata against Clark Connors. I mean, it would be interesting to see if Clark can actually win this and get himself a GHC national title match, especially now when you consider that most of the Japanese wrestling promotions are starting to work together in the United Japan Pro Wrestling Organization.
That's a surprise.
A collection that consists of New Japan, Noah, All Japan, Donbare Pro, Dragon Gate, DDT, Noah, Wonder Ring Stardom, and Tokyo Joshi. Oh, and Big Japan Wrestling.
That too.
That said, I'm going to give this to Hayata.
I'm also giving it to Hayata.
Drilla Moloney versus Robbie Eagles.
A bit conflicted.
Yeah. On the one hand, you know that Drilla and Connors are going to need some targets on their backs to be forced into defending the IWGP Junior Tag titles against somebody down the line, but the question is who?
Yeah.
And for a first target, I'm going to say Robbie gets that shot. Robbie and Fujita will get that shot, so I'm giving this to Robbie. But on the other hand, I think Robbie beat Moloney last year, so I think Moloney should get that win back. I mean, he's not United Empire Drill anymore. He's War Dog 44 Caliber. Where do you stand on it?
TJ, Robbie Eagle versus Drilla Moloney. That's tough. It really is. If I were to be honest, I'd go with Robbie.
Okay. TJP against Kanemaru. Expect House of Torture to be out in full force. So TJ be on his toes. And have someone other than Akira as backup. But I don't know where Okan, Newman, and Cobb will be. Or if they'll even make it back in time. I'm going to give this to TJ.
Fair enough.
Dragon Dia versus Taiji Ishimori. I am going to go Ishimori.
Dragon. Where we at? Dragon versus Taiji?
Yeah.
No. Then I choose Taiji.
Bushi against Titan. Especially when you consider that, again, Bushi's at the bottom of the LIJ pecking order.
Yeah, way at the bottom.
Sho against Kushida. Kushida got a lucky win against Sho last year, and we know Sho's going to pull every shortcut he can to win again this year.
Knowing him, he will do what is needed.
In this year. I'm hoping Kushida pulls a win, but I'm not expecting it. Kushida will be my vote. Where's your stand?
Bushi versus the Titan. Bring forth the Titan. What?
We're on Kushida versus Sho.
Then Kushida versus Sho. Then I'll have to choose Kushida then.
Desperado against Koesi Fujita. No brainer. Despy wins. Right?
Yep.
Main event, Hiromu Takahashi against DOUKI. If they want to push DOUKI to the moon, I say give him the win over Hiromu.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, next up, Niigata. Only the A block will be in action.
Good. Might be a change of pace for once.
Kevin Knight against Kosei Fujita. What do you got?
I prefer go on the night.
You're taking a ride with the Jet.
Yeah.
I'll throw the young punk a bone and give it to Fujita. Blake Christian against Kanemaru.
That's interesting.
This depends on which persona of Blake Christian pops up. If it's ROH/AEW Blake Christian, it's babyface. But if it's GCW Christian, which is full-blown heel, and that's the persona he's going to need,
Whatever's necessary.
right. I'm going to take Blake Christian. What do you say?
I will also take Blake.
Teton versus HAYATA. I'm actually going to give the win to Teton here.
I also give the win to the Titan.
That's Teton. Finish. TJP against Clark Connors. Do we really need to run this back with giving Catch 2 another title shot?
No.
Them tells me they're going to get one. TJ wins here.
Mm-hmm.
El Desperado against Bushi. Death speed. B block in action in Gunma. Kushida against Francesco Akira.
Yeah, Kushida against Akira. I choose Akira.
Same here. DOUKI against Drilla. I mean,
Bring the Drilla.
yeah, I was going to say Moloney as well, because it's kind of a moot point. With Kanemaru hopping Shin from Just 5 Guys to House of Torture, you really expect, one, DOUKI to win the match. And two, even if he does, his only tag partner is Taka Michinoku, and you know that's going to be a dead duck squad. Ninja Mac against Show.
But of course.
God effing damn it, you the hell Show. I'm giving this to Show. Mac is too gullible to think that he'll be an even playing field.
I'm also giving it to Show because Mac's too predictable.
Takahashi versus Dragon Dia. Who do you got?
The dragon rises.
I say the time bomb ticks, and then boom goes the dynamite.
Whatever.
Main event of night 4, May 16th. Robbie Eagles versus Taiji Ishimori. You've got two technical specialists that can fly, but Ishimori can use the power game. However, I find that Ishimori's role in Bullet Club is kind of diminished lately. So I'm going to give this to Robbie.
Go Fig.
You taking Ishimori?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Hachioji, S. Fortalina. We kick it off with Kosei Fujita against Clark Connors.
Go with the Clark.
I say Fujita.
Fair enough.
Dragon Dia against Moloney. Moloney. Next up, you have the most dominant Noah GHC Junior Champion of all time in Kanemaru against the most current, the current modern era in terms of how many times he's held the belt in HAYATA. This should be interesting. Kanemaru against HAYATA. Heads, HAYATA. Tails, Kanemaru.
Do it. No.
Heads it is. I'm going HAYATA.
Figures. I'm also going HAYATA.
DOUKI against Ninja Mac.
DOUKI.
Yeah. Give me a DOUKI chokey.
Okay, that's actually pretty funny.
Actually, it's basically a straitjacket triangle choke. Okay, it's known as Italian stretch 32, but it's jokingly called the Doki Choki.
The
Anyway,
Doki Choki, I find that to be very humorous.
anyway. Bushi against TJP. TJP.
TJ Bushi.
Kushida against Robbie Eagles. Robbie.
Yeah, Robbie.
Ethan against Blake Christian. I'm going to go Blake.
Sorry, Titan, but Blake gotta get this win.
Francesco Akira against Taiji Ishimori. I'm going to go with an upset here. Give it to Akira.
Fair enough.
I assume that means you're going Ishimori.
Yeah, pretty much.
El Desperado against the Jet Kevin Knight. I'm going Despy.
Fair. Bring forth the Desperado.
Finally, Hiromu versus Sho. I'm anticipating that kick pad again. Hiromu better dodge it. So I'm taking the time bomb.
You better.
Nagoya International Convention Center event hall. Francesco Akira versus Drilla Moloney. Again, do we need to run back War Dogs against Catch 2-2? With TJP moving up to heavyweight? No!
I can hear you on that one.
Just give it to Moloney and be done with it.
Yeah.
Maybe at some point in the fall, the United Empire will find some new junior heavyweight to bring to the ranks. Koesi Fujita against Bushi. Fujita. Where do you stand?
I vote for Fujita.
Okay. DOUKI against Dragondia. I'm going to take DOUKI.
I also take DOUKI. Sorry, Dragon.
Kanemaru against Kevin Knight. I will take the Jet.
Good choice.
You're going Kevin Knight?
Yeah, the night rises.
Kushida versus Ishimori. I'll take Ishimori.
That's a good choice.
Ethan against Clark Connors.
I choose the Titan.
I'll choose Clark.
Fine by me.
Hiromu Takahashi versus Ninja Mac. I will go Hiromu.
I will also go Hiromu. Sorry, Mac.
TJP versus HAYATA. I say TJ. If anyone should deserve to get that national title match, since he's moving up to heavyweights anyway, it's TJ.
That might work.
Robbie Eagles against Sho. Robbie, break his
The
damn leg.
Eagle soar.
And break this little bastard's legs.
What he said.
Main event, El Desperado against Blake Christian. They have crossed paths on New Japan Strong and in Game Changer a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
I do think Blake has a good shot at this.
Indeed. Let's flip on it then.
Yes, Mom.
Guess I'm not the only one that has to contend with stuff like this.
Here, hang on.
Go ahead, man. I'm in no rush.
Sorry about that, folks. It's Desperado, tails Blake Christian. Heads again, I'm going Despy.
I think you would end up going with that option.
You going Blake?
Yes, I'm going Blake.
Next stop, Himeji. Hyogo. Once again, on the A block is in action. TJP against Koesi Fujita. I am going TJ.
Now we reach the next one. Akira. TJP versus Fujita, huh? Well, this will be most amusing.
Unfortunately, I think this will be where TJ's run of good luck might stop.
You might be right.
After this win, he might only get one other, and then he's going to get knocked out at some point.
I agree.
So we both go TJ here.
Yes, we're going to have to go TJ here.
Bushi against Clark Connors. You know what? I'm going to throw Bushi a bone here.
Yeah, he deserves a bone at least.
Mm-hmm. Blake Christian against Hayata. I'm going to give this to Blake Christian.
Fair enough.
Kevin Knight against Teton. Kevin Knight.
I vote for the Titan.
And then, oh God, Desperado against Kanemaru. Last year, the damage Kanemaru did to Despi's knee really screwed him over in the semis.
You're kind of right about that.
What'd you say?
You're kind of right about that.
Oh. This year, throw fair play out the window. Kanemaru is going to take every damn shortcut possible, including that whiskey bottle.
Whiskey bottle? Really?
He's always carried that bottle of Suntory with him.
I always know he always carried it, but still.
Oh. Whether it's to clock someone in the head with it or spit a swig of it in their face. 7 years in Suzuki-gun, you can cast aside here. I'm going to take Kanemaru in my upset for this round.
Fair enough.
You're going Despi, right?
Yeah, of course I am going Despi.
Main arena of the Edion in Osaka. We start with Teton against Koesi Fujita. Teton. Can't argue with that one.
Yeah.
Dragon Dia against Robbie Eagles. I'm going to go Dia here.
That might be an interesting choice.
Kanemaru against Bushi. I say Kanemaru, and by this point, Bushi's pretty much out of the running anyway.
Yep.
Kushida against Drilla Moloney. Much like with Catch 2-2 versus War Dogs, do we really need to run Intergalactic Jet Setters against War Dogs back? No. Give us a new face for this scenario.
Yeah.
Moloney wins.
Indeed.
Kevin Knight against Hayata. I'm giving it to Hayata. Where do you stand on it?
What's the matchup? Kushida and Moloney?
No, Knight versus Hayata.
I'm giving it to the Knight.
I'm giving it to Hayata. Ninja Mac against Taiji Ishimori.
Yeah, I'd be like, screw it. Let him get one for once.
Mac?
Yeah.
I could agree with that. Desperado against Clark Connors. You know what? I'll throw Clark a bone here.
That's a good choice.
Takahashi against Akira Hiromu. TJP against Blake Christian. I will say Blake.
That would be an interesting choice.
And then we run back Kagashima's main event, DOUKI against Sho. And with no other members of Just Five Guys around to provide backup on these nights, DOUKI's basically a dead duck here. I'm giving it to
He
Sho.
pretty much is a dead duck by this point.
Yoyogi National Gym. We start with Kushida against Ninja Mac.
Kushida against Ninja Mac. Kushida.
I'll take Mac. Koesi Fujita against HAYATA. I say HAYATA.
Fair enough.
Dragon Dia against Show.
Yep.
BUSHI against Blake Christian.
I give it to Blake.
Yeah, Blake. Ishimori against Moloney. This is power versus power, but again, technical game advantage goes to Ishimori.
Yep.
But if you're looking for youth over experience, I'm going to take Moloney. Throwing the fact this could be a trigger point to where, because Ishimori's not really doing anything for the Bullet Club as a whole these days, they kick him out. You wouldn't blame me for thinking that, wouldn't you?
I know.
Hitan against Kanemaru. Unlike DOUKI, at least Hitan will have a couple of his LIJ brothers to back him up if the House of Torture tries any bullshit. But I'm not sure if it's going to be worth what. That said, I'm going to take Hitan. Because the meal ticket right now is Show, not for the HOT is Show, not Kanemaru. DOUKI versus Francesco Akira.
I go with the DOUKI.
Yeah, same here. Kevin Knight against Clark Connors. Agree or disagree?
I agree.
Hiromu against Robbie Eagles. Look for Robbie to fuck up those legs.
Yep.
I'm going to take Hiromu, though, by hook or crook. Finally, El Desperado against TJP, the two of the most experienced men in this block. Two of the most technically efficient. And one is probably a little more brutal in Desperado, so I'm going to say Despy.
That's a smart thing to do.
Next up, only the B blocks in action. May 28th, Hiramase Numazu. Dragon Dia against Ninja Mac.
Enter the dragon.
I'll go Dia as well. KUSHIDA against DOUKI. I think I'll go DOUKI.
DOUKI.
Especially with that upset he pulled on KUSHIDA last year. Francesco Akira against Robbie Eagles. I'll say Robbie.
I'll also say Robbie.
Show against Ishimori. Ishimori cannot fall sucker to how he got chipped last year. If he does, Show's going to run over him.
He's not going to have much in terms of options.
You're going Show on this?
Yeah, pretty much.
Ouch. I'm taking Ishimori. Main event, Hiromu Takahashi against the Drilla. Boom goes the Dynamite.
Figuratively speaking.
Giving it to Takahashi.
Yep.
May 30th, 31st, and June 3rd, we're back in Corkin Hall for the block finals and the semis. Now keep in mind, folks, the block finals are determined by how everyone is done by this point in time. If I did the math correctly, it would be Kevin Knight and BUSHI going first. Not them, Koesi Fujita and Blake Christian.
I choose Blake.
Okay, I'll go Fujita.
Fair enough.
Clark Connors against Yoshinobu Kanemaru. I'm going to go Connors.
Oh, that might work.
Kevin Knight against BUSHI. Kevin Knight.
I see with the Knight.
Desperado against HAYATA. This is a tough one to pick.
Yeah, I agree. I
Either way,
agree with you on that 100%.
either way, if we've done the math correctly, we've boiled the A block down to these two and Teton,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
I'm going to say HAYATA.
I will also say HAYATA.
As for Teton against TJP, Teton.
The Titan shall rise.
Night 2, night May 31st in the hall. KUSHIDA starts off against Dragon Dia. I'm going to give it to the Dragon.
Embrace the dragon.
And release it. Show against Francesco Akira. I'm going to say show.
That's a good choice.
DOUKI against Robbie Eagle. Ninja Mac against Drilla Moloney. I'm going to go Moloney.
Fair enough. Sorry, Ninja. And now we reach the big leagues now.
DOUKI versus Robbie Eagles. DOUKI and Hiromu against Ishimori. Over Ishimori.
Mm-hmm.
Semifinals in Korakuen. It would be, if the math was done correctly, Hiromu against, I believe, HAYATA and against Teton, and then HAYATA against DOUKI.
Mm-hmm.
And I say it'll be DOUKI and Hiromu.
That would be an interesting choice.
Is this where Hiromu gets out of his funk? Or will the window permanently slam on him? Because I've gone back and looked at every BOSJ. And you know what the average max age for the winner of this tournament is?
Yeah.
The average age for the oldest for the tournament this winter, on average, boils down to 36. And for Hiromu, he's only got about one, maybe two more good runs with it left before he fades out of winning the tournament completely. This and next year are basically his last shot for a drive at 5.
He's only got one chance. One.
To win 5 BOSJs.
Yep.
Does he cross the finish line here, or does he pass the torch to DOUKI?
All we can do is wait and see.
Of course, the finals will be taking place on June 9th in Dominion in Osaka-jo Hall. Something I didn't expect for this year. Which means the winner will have to burn that title shot at whatever house show between then and the G1 climax is.
Yep.
Which, in my view, flat out sucks.
Very true.
I'm going to say, I went to hell with it. Hiromu. Knowing you're going DOUKI, aren't you?
Yep.
Fair enough. Hopefully by the time, if DOUKI does win, he'll have Sonata back to provide backup. But even then, you're still outnumbered 6-5. Possibly even 7. But then again, with Jack now part of the elite, Jack Perry back in AEW as part of the elite, but still a scapegoat, who knows how things are going to play out.
Indeed.
That's it for tonight's MegaMets podcast. My apologies, but my gratitude towards Mega Man for coming in. Even if we had to push this back a bit. Comment, like,
It is to be expected.
True. Comment, like, share, and subscribe to both our channels. Next time we're on the docket, we'll will probably be around the time of Dominion in Osaka.
Yup.
By then, my StreamYard hours will be refreshed. Till then, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tonight, now we must bid you adieu. So goodbye. Good fucking night. Bang. And because of what day it is, grab something.
Well, at least that's done. And I'm out. Later.
May the fourth be with you. I'm gonna wait until I said it.